So for this certain weekly template, in my feedback, I reflected on doing some research on emotional memory recall. So I've actually taken the research that I did last year in one of my units and just drawn out and extracted the key points of that. So these are the key points that I took. It's created by Stanislavski. And relaxation techniques must be used, otherwise it causes mental, emotional and physical tension. Essentially, we are borrowing a memory which has often painful emotions attached to it, which can sometimes cause hysteria. That is something we need to be careful about on stage. So that is why we use the relaxation techniques, and there's always needs to be a way to sort of break out of that memory. So it's important to remember that we're borrowing the memory. Recollection of a memory that has emotions attached and which are used to create the character and the character's feeling at that time. So essentially, when we are borrowing this memory, that memory will have emotions attached to it that we want to implement and use in that scene, and this makes the character and that certain scene or that certain part in the story more meaningful, truthful, and often like relatable to the audience, because they will then take a memory like that and remember that painful emotion. So in terms of what I take from this information, I've used emotional memory recall before, so I know what the experience is like. And I think just from reciting and refreshing my mind over the key points, it really sticks with me that it's a really helpful technique to use for something truthful, especially when I want to use it in terms of the scene and how my character is affected in that scene. However, I still have to keep in mind that, you know, it can be dangerous, and there needs to be a way to sort of break out of that mindset, which I think I've got established now as a performer from previously using it before. Now, in terms of informing on my practical work, like I said, I will use this in my practical work, pick the right time to sort of bring that memory back up. I tend to find that writing emotional memory recall down and what I want to do doesn't really help, because once I've written it down, it's sort of not in my head, it's on the page, and I prefer it to be very internal. And, you know, if it's a painful memory, it's better off being internal. Otherwise, like I said, it could cause hysteria. Now, research in practice. So evidence of this research in practice is both within the letter and my reaction to Eddie singing the lyrics in the letter. So I will upload a video of that below or around this video. I'll try and get a contrasted video, so maybe one in rehearsal and then one once we've reached the performance, and I will put these into the document area below or around this video as my evidence.